12. 12. No, not inch, not foot long, degrees. 12 degrees. It's 12 degrees here, Vitaly. This is insane. This is, oh, hey. So anyway, we're here in Minneapolis, Minnesota at Uncle Frankie's. So this place is famous for hamburgers, hot dogs, one of the best hot dog in Minneapolis this year. It was written up to top 25 hot dogs in USA Today. It is freezing here. I was 80 degrees when I left Florida, and now I'm out here freezing my ass up, and we're here to meet Larry, the legend. This guy is a jewelry making, scuba diving, baseball loving, hockey fan who makes amazing hot dogs. So warm up, toast your buns, get ready for this week's Behind the Dish. All right, so I am here with Larry. Larry, you're the owner of Uncle Frankie's. I think the first question I have is, you're Larry, that's Frankie. Where'd the name come from?
Frankie is, it comes along with a little bit of history. I look at the camera? Or
You can look at me, you can look at the camera.
It comes with a little bit of history as far as Uncle Frankie's goes. Now, we opened in about 2001. Actually, this is our 20th year. 2001, this summer will be 20 years for us.
Okay.
So, but Uncle Frankie, my partner, my old partner, is really my current partner, but the original founder of Uncle Frankie's, a guy named Jay Grovestein,
Okay.
Opened up Uncle Frankie's. He's from Chicago originally, as am I.
Okay. I just saw the Blackhawks hat, you got the mask, your hockey season right now.
That's right. So his uncle is Frankie.
Okay.
And
does he look like the picture?
He actually does, but he did. You know, he's a little bit older. He's still with us.
Sure. So the mustache
a little bit older
gray.
now, yeah, a little less hair, a little more gray. But he ran a place like this in Chicago.
Okay.
And if you knew him, he was quite a colorful sort. So we just he had to name the place Uncle Frankie.
Got it. Now there are Scooby-Doos everywhere. I mean everywhere. I'll put some pictures up. But why? Is it you? Is it him? Who's the big Scooby-Doo fan?
Well, more Jay.
Okay.
But it's grown on all of us here, right? Again, when we first opened this place up, it used to be a bar. Northeast Minneapolis used to be a lot rougher of a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And this place had kind of a sordid background, a few fires, things like that. And the school, the building right across the street, used to be the public school administration building.
That's what he said. He said the teachers used to go to school, teach, and then come over here and get a drink when they got off.
Right. Well, that didn't sit real well with a lot of public officials.
I'm
right?
sure.
So anyway, when the old place finally closed, it burned again, and we took over. One of the things the city really liked about giving us the permit to do this was the fact that we're going to be family friendly. We're not serving alcohol.
Sure.
And with Jay's admonition to Scooby-Doo and kids, we just Scooby's kind of our mascot here.
Yep, you got quite the collection here, man.
Yeah. So people bring us stuff all the time.
Oh, sure. If I would have known, I would have brought my own Scooby-Doo here.
We had Scooby-Doo boxers at one point in time, and they mysteriously disappeared.
Somebody's walking around Minneapolis wearing that.
Exactly.
Yep, let's talk your favorite hot dog. You guys got, you're a Vienna sausage guy, so I saw the signs, I saw the map. We've done a bunch of episodes with them.
Well, I have to certainly do some Vienna.
Okay.
But our main hot dogs, we used to use Vienna beef, and are now made specifically for us.
Okay. Oh, so you got your own.
We have our own hot dog made for us. We kind of use Vienna. Vienna beef's a great hot dog. Don't get me wrong. But for marketing and identity, we wanted to have our own product, and we worked over 2 years with our formulation, and we have an all-beef, natural tasting hot dog. The only place you get it is right here.
And I'm going to get it right here.
Yeah.
So you got some interesting ones up there. There's an Uncle Frankie. There's a Wall Street. You've probably eaten your weight in hot dogs over the last. Which one's your favorite?
Oh, do I even have to answer that?
You're going to say Chicago dog.
It's a Chicago dog, hands down.
So,
hands down. I will say closely followed by the Coney dog.
Okay.
And we make our own Coney sauce here.
Okay.
It's a traditional Coney sauce, which is not chili. A lot of people don't know that.
No, it's different.
Hot dog experts do know that,
yeah.
So meat base, chili season, no tomato, no onion.
Yep.
So it's a traditional Coney sauce. No beans.
So, see, I'm learning. I'm not a hot dog expert yet, but I'm working on it.
So you guys have been here. I saw on the wall you got a Hawk Harrelson picture. You're a baseball guy. You've already told me Chicago Cubs. Has anybody ever come in here baseball? You get any of the Twins guys or over the years?
You know, I think we've had some guys. One of the, I'm also a real hockey fan.
Okay.
And a Wild fan as well as a Hawks fan. I feel better wearing it now because they're not in the same division this year, right? But we've had a few sports guys come in, some football guys. Teddy Brown from the Vikings, I remember coming in. I haven't seen a baseball guy. I'm kind of disappointed in
That's
that.
all right. They're going to see this and they're going to come down.
I'm hoping.
It's funny because you simulate hot dogs with baseball, and I swear to you, it's got to be 3 or 4 shows. Every guy is hockey. So maybe
Hockey's huge here.
I saw people got palms in their front yard here. It's been eye opening. I live in Florida. I went from 80 degrees to 12 degrees. Sunshine to snow. I'm a runner. I took a run out here yesterday. We got skiing, archery on the side of the road. You just, take your thing out and shoot a bow. It's just, it's a different world. It's awesome. It feels like Christmas here every day.
Well, when I was a kid in Chicago, it was, we didn't play much hockey out there back then. I mean, we lived in Chicago, right? There weren't rinks anywhere. We played sandlot baseball.
Yeah.
I remember fondly playing baseball in the old parking lot behind the Jewel grocery store.
Okay.
Right off of
Literally sandlot baseball.
You hit the ball on the roof, the game was over. We didn't have any more balls. It was a home run, And moving to Minnesota, later in my childhood, all of a sudden I learned hockey, and we had a rink in our backyard as well. My old man.
Again, you live in Florida, it never fly, but I was talking to people here, and they're like, yeah, man, we just put a tarp down, and it's this, and Phil, why don't we just hockey on the front lawn? It's amazing, how I just wasn't ready for it, but I get it, All right, so you guys have been here. This year's been tough on restaurants, and that's why as we go out, we talk to people. We make these videos, but we also give them to you. We want you to be able to boost yourself up. How has COVID affected, on the Franks this year?
Well, you know what? It's been terrible and it's been amazing all in one. When COVID first hit and the restaurants first got shut down last March, it was looking pretty scary in here.
Yeah.
We shut down. We remained open for takeout. The good thing is our little footprint here translates to takeout pretty easily.
Yep.
Being a little neighborhood place and being here as long as we've had quite a following as well.
Yeah.
And like I say, for the first few weeks, it was pretty scary. I don't think people knew what to do or what to expect. And after a while, things started to get a little bit better. And, we had to change. Obviously, we're still not doing sit downs. We're too small.
Sure. Yeah, you can touch the walls like this in here. So I get it.
If we had a table or two, then we couldn't have our customers come in and wait for food.
Sure.
So
we
we
decided here, so
to stay
waiting outside too long.
To stay safe for you, me, our customers, our staff.
Yes.
We're continuing to only do takeout.
Okay.
And until I'm hoping maybe later this summer. But
It
anyway,
seems that, if you watch the news lately, it seems to open up, here a little bit, 25% here, trying to get kids back in school. I think, again, it's starting to go that way, and you hope with the vaccine and everything that it starts to get more and more back to normal.
We've had great support from the neighborhood, from the businesses around here, and without them, we wouldn't be here now. So that's true every day.
Yeah.
We need that, but people come in specifically and say, "Hey, we're here. We want to support the local restaurants," and I see a lot of that.
And we do too, man. I think like I said, I've been in restaurants my entire life, and this is kind of a passion of mine. You guys. Again, you can't lose things like this.
Right.
COVID's taken away so many restaurants that are just, like staples in communities. You guys have been here 20 years. You want to be here 20 more.
Exactly.
And now it comes to my favorite part. We're going to order some hot dogs. We're going to see what the food's all about. But I already know, after talking to this guy, it's going to be great. So thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
I appreciate you coming in today. And like I said, we're going to get to my favorite part of the show right now.
What's your favorite hot dog?
In general, so it's crazy. And here, this last year, this is the 32nd show we've done, and I've had everything. Like last week, I was in Alabama, and I had an Indian hot dog and a Chinese hot dog. And before that, we were in Tampa, and we had Chicago hot dogs. And I think my favorite hot dog I had is just a char grilled hot dog, some yellow mustard. I'm a simple guy, but you know, I will eat anything. I had a hot dog this year, cotton candy and nerds on it because it was minor league baseball had a promotion this summer for National Hot Dog Day, and that was what they wanted people to eat. I ate one. It was horrible. You know, but I ate it. I'll eat anything. So, and I'm excited. We'll pick a couple off your board. You know, what do you suggest?
Well, you know, again, my top two are the Chicago dog and the Coney dog.
We're gonna have to get one of each of those, and I'll pick an interesting one. So stick around. We're gonna eat some hot dogs now.
All right. On first, you put the mustard on the dog. A good healthy portion of mustard. You put that on the dog. Onto steamed bun. It's a steamed poppy seed bun. Then you, and the reason you put the mustard on first is the heat from the dog and the heat from the bun heats up the mustard, which brings out the smell and flavor. All right. Pickle slice. Those are Chicago Pickle Company pickles.
Yeah. What do they say? Drag it through the garden. I'm learning.
Chicago dog, yeah, you run into a place like the Wiener Circle. They say, give me 6, run them through the garden.
Yep, see, I'm learning my language.
Yep, you got it. People here in Minnesota don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But tomatoes on one side, pickle on the other. In the middle, a nice little portion of neon green Chicago relish. There's a lot of stories and history behind that. I'm not sure which one is true. Top that off with some chopped onion. Not too much, you don't want to drown out the flavor of the hot dog. On top there, 3 little sporty peppers. Give it a little zip.
My favorite part.
And special Chicago seasoning. I'm not telling you what it is, otherwise I have to kill you.
If the cold does it. Wow. Made by Larry Legend himself.
That's what a Chicago dog should look like.
Woo! All right, so first of all, thank you. This is the first time the owner got back there and made me a hot. So this is a first for Behind the Dish. You made the hot dog, the Chicago dog. You walked us through it, which was really cool. We sat down, and this picture's been here the whole time. And for me, it just looked like a scribble picture. I never thought anything to it. When we stopped the camera, you told me the story. So we had to put it back on. We tilted up a little bit, and you're going to tell us this story. Because you said this is an original Wesley Willis that you bought from Wesley Willis. Tell us the story while I start digging into these hot dogs.
Yep, you bet, Mike. Appreciate it and love to tell the story because it's so unique. Wesley Willis he has since passed away a few years ago, but there's a Netflix special about Wesley Willis if you ever want to look at it. It's interesting. But Wesley was a homeless drug user in Chicago, street person. And he made a little money for his drugs and things by painting, drawing on the sidewalk pictures like this. Playing a little music, bongo drums on a plastic bucket, things like that. He became relatively well known after drawing unique photos like this on the sidewalk. Kind of became a name for himself. Started doing them on canvas, and these are all hand done. Or this is hand done, but he kind of got his life straightened out. He figured a few things out. Started to compose music. Real music, and sell these paintings. And again, he became quite well known for doing so, and straightened himself out. Unfortunately, his long history of substance abuse got the better of him at an early age. But we were lucky enough to come across Wesley downtown, and my partner Jay bought this picture directly from Wesley Willis. And so this is an original Wesley Willis drawing, skyline of Chicago. He's done numerous things. You can again look him up online.
That's such a cool. And I could sit here. I would have never even. I looked at it in a picture. I was more in with the Scooby Doo's, but such a cool story, man. It really is.
Well, so people from Chicago come in here and just authenticate.
Yeah, we had 2 people in here, and as soon as you said, they knew exactly who he was.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be my first time in Minnesota. I'm trying to be as Minnesota as possible. I got some cheese curds. You guys probably make these here. I have a Minnesota, which is a brand I've never heard of. This is a root beer. It's delicious. So local company?
Yes, local company that custom mixes their syrups. This syrup happens to be done after the old-fashioned Hires root beer, which is one of my favorites, which is why we have it here. So
awesome. And The Chicago dog, amazing.
Thank you.
The cheese curd's amazing. Now this last one, this is the one you said, hey, I'm going to suggest one other one for you. Let's talk about this thing. So this, you said it's Polish sausage.
Polish sausage.
Okay. Got the sport peppers. I see the onions, the mustard, all the things I love. What else is on this thing?
Well, you got it. You got your all-beef Polish sausage on a steamed poppy seed bun, and we dress it up with grilled onions, mustard, sport peppers, and a little of our secret Chicago seasoning. And that's a classic Southside Maxwell Polish. If you went back to Maxwell Street back in the day, when I was a kid, they used to call it Jewtown. They don't call it that anymore. Nobody was ever offended by it, but
I'm Jewish,
you can't
Larry,
call
and
it
I'm
that.
not offended.
All right. Well, it was an open air market, and every weekend, even during the week, but on the weekends in particular, it was set up open air. People were grilling sausages like this. Was quite a hot one. Hot dog sausages, all kinds of things on the sidewalk, and you could buy other things there too. There's kiosks and things set up, and but the classic Southside Maxwell Polish was one that was named for that.
You
get
did this.
that
I
down
can
there.
probably sit here all day. The stories you tell are just unreal. You know Chicago. You know hot dogs. You know sports. You know art. I mean, you are the Red Sox man. So
Well,
this is amazing. I can't thank you enough for having us. It's been quite the experience. I'm gonna take out when COVID's over, and everything comes back. I'm gonna come here. There's 18 hot dogs, Vitaly. Is the record for the all-you-can-eat hot dog challenge. 10 gets you a picture on the wall. 18's the record. I say we come out here and give it a run for its money, but that's just me.
Are you doing it? Are you thinking you're going to do 18?
I'll die trying. There's nothing I won't try, man, And I'm a good eater. Ask my wife. Sarah will tell you. So thank you so much. The
Okay,
food's
yeah.
amazing, and the stories are great, and you've been great. Thank you for making time for us, in Ball 9 today. I can't thank you enough, man. We'll be back soon. We will. These are too good to miss.
Sounds
All right.
good. Thank you,
Thank
Michael.
you,
I
guys.
appreciate it. Yeah.
All right, so baseball. I mean, you've been telling me these great stories about Wrigley and growing up. I was a bleacher kid too. They were $5 when I was a kid. You said you get them for $2.
Oh, yeah.
But you were close to Wrigley. So, what's your best Wrigley Field story growing up there? Like your kid or game or person, or what do you remember best?
Oh, well, one of my favorite Wrigley Field stories actually comes as an adult, but I'll have to get to that. We used to go down there when we were kids. We lived right off of Addison on the west side of Chicago. Take the bus, it would drop us off virtually at the front door of Wrigley Field and drop us off back home about half a block from our house. So we saw many games. We saw, Ron Santo, Ernie Banks, Glenn Becker, Fergie Jenkins, Billy Williams, sweet Billy Williams, all of Randy Huntley. But I was able to watch all those back in the day. Ron Santo was my guy. Later on it was Andre Dawson, the Hawk, when the Cubs got him. So saw many games. Always try to move down to the expensive seats. We'd buy the bleacher seats or grandstand for $2-3 and try to move down. The stadium was never filled way back when.
Yeah, I remember watching on WGN as a kid. You could homeschool. There's always Cubs games on during the day.
Well, you got Harry Carey, who used to be the announcer now, but before that, it was Jack Brickhouse. If you remember Jack Brickhouse?
Yeah, I know Jack Brickhouse.
Hey,
Yeah.
that was his thing. Hey. All right, before Cubs win, you're right, and Budweiser. But when I was an adult, took my kids when they were about 10, 12 years old to Chicago. First time to visit Wrigley Field for the kids. They had never seen it. They grew up on the Metrodome here, and we got to town, and the Cubs were not in town. But we had to stop and got out and walk around Wrigley Field. We went in there. Andy McPhail. We met Andy McPhail when he was the GM of the Cubs back then. But I walked in. I said, I know the Cubs aren't playing. There was a gal behind the ticket counter. I said, my kids have never seen it. Can we go in? I didn't expect they would let us in.
I didn't expect they would either.
I really did. She goes, yeah, go ahead. You go in. Go anywhere you want. Just don't go on the grass. You go right down the field. I said, oh, my God.
That never happened to me.
I've never been that close. I mean, as a kid, I never got that close to the ground. We walked right down to the grass level behind home plate. Kids looked out there and they're going, this is really cool, Dad. But Pops, what's that stuff on the wall back there? The ivy.
Yep.
They'd never seen that either. But when I got down to grass level, to field level, which I'd never been, and I'm getting goosebumps. I got goosebumps.
I can imagine,
I mean,
man.
it's like, oh my God, I am right here.
I remember the first time I went to Yankee Stadium too. You come up the steps and you start to see the grass and the field, and it's just you never forget that moment.
Oh,
You know what
man.
I mean? You never forget it. I'm a big Yankee fan of Jersey.
Yeah.
I got to have one more baseball question.
Yeah.
2016, you guys won the World Series. It was big for what did that mean to you as a lifelong Cubs fan?
Well, that was amazing. Having been through many close calls, 1969, with the Miracle Mets, I watched the Cubs drop a game every day in August and September, right?
Yeah.
And then I think it was 84, 85. They played San Diego in the league playoffs, 5-game series. They won the first two. They had Rick Sutcliffe pitch in Game 5.
Wow, yeah.
I had 3 pennant-winning parties at my house that year. All 3 of them. Of course, they lost the last 3 games. So and then the Steve Bartman year. What do you think?
If he came in here, would you let him get a hot dog?
I might give him a hot dog.
That's
or two.
nice. After the World Series, I feel like Chicago forgave him a little bit.
Oh
you know?
yeah, you know what? I probably would have done the same damn thing.
Yep.
Right.
Who wouldn't,
so,
man? I've been there. Ball
Yeah.
comes your way. You don't get that opportunity. I've gotten one foul ball in my life like that, in 40 years. So,
Yeah.
everybody would have tried to catch that ball.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, it was crazy. You could see it happening as soon as that happened. Having been there, I watched the Blackhawks lose the Stanley Cup, right? And the Bears for a long time were not that good.
Yeah.
But it was one of those deals where even in that '84 series, one thing would happen: a ball would go through, Leon Durham at the time was the first baseman, then go through his legs, just like who was the last guy that did that? I can't remember. his name.
Buckner?
Yeah, Buckner. And you could see it. It's like something happened. And when there was the fan interviews, when that happened with Bartman, it's like you just knew that was the end.
Yeah.
The
Especially
collapse
with
was coming.
you guys had waited so long. Like,
Yeah.
you just knew it was almost like it was inevitable, and mentally they couldn't come back. It wasn't even the last game. There was another game after
Yeah.
that, but it was over.
Yeah. Same thing. I mean, I had the same feeling in Game 4 when they lost Game 4 and it went to Game 5 in that '84. It's like, I'm going to have another pennant-winning party, but I'm not feeling so good about it. But anyway, you know what? I started to think that it wasn't going to happen in my lifetime.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people do, man. I'm a Jets fan. For football, that's what I've felt like my whole life. Like I'll die before the Jets win a Super Bowl. So I feel the pain of the Cubs. You know what I mean? And you guys got it in 2016. It was a cool story. My favorite story coming out of that though was Lester. Was it last year before he left? Just put his credit card on the counter and said, "Anybody in Chicago who goes out for a beer, I'm going to buy it tonight." And they ran up like a $43,000 tab on his credit card because he bought a round. For anybody in Chicago went in and said they were there for John Lester, he bought it. So, it's such a good story. You remember all these things, and your baseball knowledge is great. Your food's great. Again, I can't thank you enough, man. This has been so cool.
One thing I'd like to add, another memory, and again, my later generation favorite guy, Andre the Hawk Dawson.
Mm-hmm. You got a picture of him on the
I
wall.
got a picture of him on the wall over there, but I got fond memories of that guy, deep in right field, making the catch, and throwing the guy out, trying to take an extra base at third or home, and a frozen roll.
Yeah, that guy had a cannon.
Roll. What an arm that guy had. And a class guy.
Really?
And a class guy. Anyway.
Well, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much, Larry. We're going to wrap it up here.
Yeah. What do you think?
Man, this is
good, huh?
delicious.
All right.
Delicious. It is, man. I can't wait to get these videos out.
All right.
People need to know about this place. Come see him. These are, Oscar Wieners for Larry. Ball 9. I'm your food guy. This is Larry. Larry the legend. We're behind the dish. Come see us again soon.
I'd sure love to see some of our baseball guys out here.
Yeah, we're going to get some twins out here for you. And Vitaly, we're going to come eat hot dogs from COVID. So 18. Write it down. Not anymore. It's not any warmer at all. It's not. Fine. Just be cold all day. Just listen to me whine. Whine all day. I don't care. Whatever. Cold. Want to go to the beach.